Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Nasir. So my group will be presenting on linguistic politeness between genders among UniSZA students for our mini research. Over decades, people have been arguing about different language usage and comprehension between men and women. One of the main debatable issues in the study of gender differences in language use has been found in the area of linguistic politeness. The purpose of the study is to distinguish the linguistic politeness used between genders among UniSZA students based on a variety of linguistic features. There are three objectives of this research. First is to study on how males and females show their politeness and impoliteness when in different situations which involve feelings, opinions, and self-attitude. Second is to study on the category of people-positive politeness and negative politeness that are used by males and females. The third is to study on the response of both males and females when having to interact or to deal with other people. According to M.K. Segal and Vanana Catapult, the term communication originates from the Latin word communis, which means common. It is an important aspect of human behavior and symbolizes human beings' ability to convey opinions, feelings, and information. And there are many politeness theories being made by earliest linguists. One of it is Robin Lekov. He defines politeness as a system of interpersonal relations designed to facilitate interaction by minimizing the potential for conflict and confrontation inherent in all human interchange. How linguistic politeness is differed between two genders. Differences of politeness between two genders can be seen by the lexical use, the way they react to compliments, their responses towards condemns, and a few other situations. That's all from me. Thank you.
I am UniSZA and I am going to tell you about the literature review. Politeness is generally known as showing good manners towards others, and the definition of politeness itself actually depends on the context culture. Because politeness actually consists of broad communicative spectrum, which means it is not just limited to only one aspect, which is linguistic features, but it also includes pragmatic, paralinguistic, and also kinesthetic details. There are many factors which can help us to set a clear cut of what politeness is, such as individual character, verbal and non-verbal cues, facial expression, and also gender. But the most important part is gender. When I say gender, we all must understand that gender and sex is two different things. Sex is only related to only biological features, whereby gender is way complicated than that. Paul Greece 1973 stated that gender as an unwritten set of appropriate rules for male and female behavior with the relation to the certain society and the culture which they are engaged to. And the next one will be the previous related studies. The first one is Brown and Emerson 1973 study on the subject of politeness and said that politeness is conflict avoidance. February 2013 further elaborated his studies and conclude that Brown and Emerson study focuses on face saving for the speakers and also the listeners, and how can they actually be polite when they engage to embarrassing situation that can damage their self-pride. And Janet Holmes also mentioned that a woman's role as guardian of society's value really give a great impact to the subject of politeness. This is because female are more polite than men because they are raised to be like that in their culture. So that's why misbehavior by female are quickly corrected, and it is not the same case for males. Robin Lekov 1973 also highlighted politeness as being clear and be polite, which means be clear. Every word uttered must be informative and also at the same time have no hidden meaning behind it, And being polite means you must consider the addressee's feeling when you talk to them. And Jeffrey Leach, the next one is Jeffrey Leach, has come up with the politeness principle, which is PP, which focuses on 7 maxims which emphasize on benefiting the hearer. He also introduced the positive and negative politeness, which had been cited by Janet Holmes in her book, An Introduction to Social Linguistics. I guess that is all from me. Moving on to the next part.
Hi, my name is Shazada Bituzukofli. Moving on to the methodology part. Okay, so for our respondent, it consists of 20 college students aged between 20 to 24 years old. And the students are the students from University Sultan Zainal Abidin. So basically, there are mainly 2 groups of respondents, which are the male respondent and also the female respondents. And the respondents that we choose comes from various courses. Okay, moving on to the research design that we use. So the research design that we use is the quantitative method, which emphasizes on objective measurements and also statistical study of data collected through questionnaire. For the questionnaire, before we distributed the real questionnaire, we distributed the pilot questionnaire first. We distributed the pilot questionnaire is because we want our questionnaire to be perfect, and we want our questionnaire to be to answer the objective and also compatible with the respondent's understanding. For the real questionnaire, it consists of 24 situations that was prepared, and the respondents was given necessary information before answering the question. And the survey was distributed in the morning and was collected later in the afternoon. And the data was then evaluated using SPSS software. And I think that's all from me. Now let's move on to the findings and analysis part. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Fatin Zafira binti Zawawi, and I'll be proceeding with the findings and analysis. So for the first research objective, there are 8 categories that can be found under this objective, namely to seek for permission, receiving and giving compliments, giving opinions affected by mood, usage of vulgar words, interruption, greeting others, as well as the usage of nonverbal cues. The first data that I would like to present is usage of vulgar words. We can see that from our findings, 8 out of the 10 males use vulgar words, whereas the females, there are only 2 females that use vulgar words. So here we can see that, as said by Sachiko Ide, when women in their speech, the level of profanity and obscenity is almost not heard. So therefore, it is clearly seen that the usage of vulgar words in women are less than in males. So therefore, it shows that women are polite in their linguistic speeches of everyday life. And also for the interruption, it's seen that females do not interrupt at all, whereas a percentage of 3 males interrupt during discussions. This shows that in terms of interrupting, women are polite and they do not tend to interrupt others or make others feel interrupted. So moving on to the second research objective, we are subjected to find the categories of people. These males and females use negative and positive politeness. So it's found that there are 3 categories of people, namely seniors, friends, and also lecturers. For seniors, both of our respondents use both negative and positive politeness because in seniority, they can be, as for males, males do not care or do not even take into consideration about communication between other males. So they can use either the calling of abang or not, so they do not mind. As for females, they use kakak or more like boy. Okay. For the friends, it's seen that they use positive politeness to show that there is a high solidarity between the two, both males and females. And lastly, for addressing lecturers, we can see that all of them use negative politeness, which to show respect for lecturers. So moving on to the third objective, there are about 6 categories, which are reaction towards compliments, meeting new people, reaction when you do not understand something, reaction towards friend's mistake, reaction to reprimand, and also reaction in discussion. So the 2 findings that I would like to
present is about a reaction to reprimand. It is seen that impolite males, there are 8 males who reprimand impolitely, meaning to say that they are more direct and they use harsh words to reprimand, or when they want to say something to people that is wrong. As for ladies, they are more polite in reprimanding because it's seen by the natural features of a lady that they are more softer and they have more subtle words in terms of the usage of words. And the next one is a reaction when meeting new people. It's seen that both males and females, when meeting new people, they are polite. This is because they want to make the best first impression towards themselves. And last but not least is the reaction towards compliments. As said by Copeland 2000 says that females are more sincere in giving compliments. So that this shows. As for males, only 3 out of the 10 males give compliments in a less polite way, meaning to say that they use sarcasm and they like to pick on each other, because as said by George Key, men tend to use more harsh words and also insult each other. As for both of our three objectives, it's seen that they are successfully discovered and the findings is distinguished. Okay, so that's all for the findings and analysis. Moving on to the conclusion and recommendation. Thank you.
My name is UniSZA and I will explain about the recommendation and conclusion. Let's start on the recommendation. There are 3 steps that can be taken to improve politeness in Malaysia. The first step is early exposure from parents to the children about the politeness. The parents themselves have to be an example to them so that the children know what is politeness and follow their steps. They can also infuse religion to their children, introduce religion to their children so that they know what is good deeds and bad deeds and they can practice them too. The next step is that politeness has to be taught and learned in school. This is because some of politeness, how to talk to people, what to call them, and what language to use, this is not something that we talk about in our daily life. So the teacher is responsible to tell them what to call people, how to call people, and what to say. So the teacher has to teach them about the politeness. Other than teachers and parents, the government themselves have to take a step to improve politeness in Malaysia. They can advertise the importance of politeness in mass media like television, radio, or even billboard. They have to advertise this so that people know this is an awareness that politeness is important. So that is the step that we can take to improve politeness in Malaysia. From our research, we can see that 67.1% of our respondents are polite and 32.9% are impolite. From the percentage of the respondents who are polite, there are 39.6% of female which are polite and 27.5% of male who are polite. Although there are still a percentage of male who are polite, the percentage of female who are politer is higher, which clearly shows that females are politer than male, which include both natural features of both female and male. In conclusion, we can see that females are politer than male, which is stated from lack of. Therefore, our hypothesis of this research is accepted. Thank you.
Wei, cantik ke? Tenang. Kau pergi kat mana ni? Ya, betul-betul lah. So cute. Tenang, aku berikan. Patut lah. Wei, kau nak tengok tunang Waira berikan. Cantik tak?
Wah, lawa sial.
Kau dengan Farah apa cerita? Farah?
Okey je, tak ada apa-apa pun.
Bagi tak?
Muka.
Tengok muka tau.
Berseri-seri.
Thanks to Fatin lah dia. Tengok sikit, tengok kita orang.
Patutnya matchmaker. Not everyone kan.
Apa dengan cinta? Dia tengok ada apa dengan cinta.
Dia orang ni sosial ni tengok ni. Ni apa kena?
Tak nak sembang.
Alah, kecil lah sial korang ini. Kalau kau nak tahu ni, kau buka Insta, kau tengok acak bunga ni Insta.
Acak bunga.
Dia kisah piramid yang acak bunga siapa? Perempuan mana dah.
Bunga-bunga.
Tengok ada apa dengan cinta dua.
Budaya. Ada apa dengan cerita dua?
Dah keluar.
Ciwang Syah.
Kita tengok kau ni tengok. Lawa.
Macam serius
Kau serius lah ni awet dia.
kawan kau je kan?
Dah post berdua ni tu.
Bukan kawan kau ni dengan
Kau tengok caption kau baca
kawan
caption.
aku dengan
Cuba zoom. Tak boleh
Masalahnya
zoom
ni
lah
awet aku.
kau ni.
screenshot.
Perempuan ni awet aku parah. Ha.
Weh, kau tak
Babi apa acak bunga ni? Siapa acak bunga ni? Kau cik. Kau tantang salah
kau
orang.
kan suka call. Tapi tak silap ni memang Farah.
Serius.
Itu memang Farah.
Takkan aku tak kenal awet aku sendiri agak-agak lah. Tak?
Tebal
Kau awet aku babi acak-acak bunga mana ni?
Make up tebal sial aku pun
Apa bunga-bunga ni? Bapuk ke apa pergimak tu?
aku try call.
Cik. Sabar. Kokok ketak tu.
Kau lah. Ya, sabarlah sial korang ni. Lo. Cap, kau kat mana? On the way dia ni. Keluar, kau keluar dengan siapa? Sial. Kau nak ngajak aku yang kau sial lah.
Dia cakap aku ni nak
kau keluar dengan siapa?
Dia cakap apa tadi?
Kau keluar dengan siapa? Ha? Nama apa? Farah Najiha?
Kau tanya dia tahu awet dia ke apa ni?
Wah, biar awet kau ke apa? Serius lah bro.
What the fish? Oh my god.
What the fuck?
Oi. Kau tahu tak Farah nak jatuh awet aku? Ha? Mungkin mak kau suka-suka nak keluar dengan awet aku kan? Kau ingat aku apa? Ha? Kau kenal aku tak kenal? Kalau aku gembat muka kau lagi, kau kat mana weh?
Babi
Lu hutang kau lah.
Asal sepupu gua ciban nak pangai.
Kimak tu.
Mak lah tu.
Aku tak tahu.
Oi, korang ada siapa?
Makan yang lapar tu.
Nice kau ajak. Aku memang tengah lapar ni sebenarnya.
Serius lah.
Serius?
Nice timing kan.
Nice timing.
Kita nak makan ke mana?
Dah azan asar dah ni. Aku nak makan dah. Cepat.
Makan
Buka puasa.
Apa kita
Apa nak ni?
makan?
Lapar tak? Boleh.
makan Seoul Garden nak.
Jom.
Seoul Garden.
Kalau tak dia segading.
Oh, so ada mahal siut.
Kau kenyang dah weh Seoul Garden.
Ini bukan beg duit. Duit pun tak ada. Nama dia beg je.
Okey. Okey lah. Kita nak makan mana?
Makan mana?
Balik
sungi pula.
Mama. Jabit.
Mama.
Mak boleh lah. Sedap.
Mama.
Mama ingat tak payah naik kereta Mama. Jalan kaki balik sana.
Tahu?
Buat bengkel tu.
Tak lah, tapi mama.
Serius.
Please.
Jom lah, Seoul Garden. Kenyang sampai esok kot.